Thank you.
And good evening, high school football fans, and welcome to Stanhope at tonight's live action as the Golden Demons of Fike have come to Southern Nash to take on the undefeated 2-0 Firebirds. Firebirds coming off a big victory this past Friday night over in Corinth Holders against 4A Powerhouse. The Corinth Holder Pirates in a 63-35 victory. Fike coming off a loss to Northern Nash in a very one-sided 49-6 decision. Tonight should be interesting. It used to be conference rivals here, and then now in a non-conference matchup between these two schools. Tonight's game will be brought to you by Wilson Mold and Machine here live on the Tar River Sports Network. And as always, I'm Brett Cohn alongside Kenneth Fly. Going to bring you the play-by-play and maybe a few stats to go along with it. And we look forward to it. We'll get things underway here shortly. And welcome to, once again, this is Firebird Friday Night Lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for the coin toss, let's make the captains for the Firebirds tonight. Beginning with number 6, Mitchell Jones. Number 15, Thomas Copeland. Number 56, Keegan Wallace. And number 62, TJ Whitaker.
And once again, welcome everybody to a Thursday night Firebird. I guess it's Firebird Thursday Night Lights tonight, as it is a Labor Day weekend, and on Labor Day we generally move the game back one night. Live action here in Stanhope at Firebird Stadium. Tonight's captains for the Firebirds, number 15, Thomas Copeland, number 6, Mitchell Jones, number 56, Keegan Wallace, and number 62, TJ Whitaker. Of course, Mitchell Jones last Friday night had a career night. I don't know what his overall yardage was, but he had two 80-yard touchdown runs in that 63-point rout of Corinth Holders.
Yeah, so far for the year, Mitchell Jones, he's got 253 yards.
The majority of those probably came last Friday night. I know that he had 160 and 2 carries.
Yeah.
And the captains for the Golden Demons, looks like number 1, L.A. Vent, number 2, Sayante Jones, number 72, Tashmir Burton, and number 73, Brady. Okay, I'm going to kill this name. Brady Kalamashka. Nobody's named John Smith anymore.
I know.
And as the officials had the pregame discussion with both teams, getting ready to toss the coin in the air. Of course, Fike with no wins so far on the season. Of course, last night the JV team with a big victory over the JV Golden Demons. And the coin goes in the air. And it looks like the Firebirds have won the toss, and they will defer to the second half. So the Golden Demons will take the ball to start the game here tonight. And while we get ready to get things underway, as the Firebirds will be headed right to left and Fike will be headed left to right. We'll remind everybody once again, tonight's game brought to you by Wilson Mold and Machine out of Wilson, longtime supporters of the Firebirds, as well as the Tar River Sports Network. Once again, these broadcasts do open avenues for a lot of these players, as I'm sure many of you have heard of the commits over several seasons, now play college football, and those who have already committed to play it next year. And of course, one of our biggest trophies got awarded this past week as Zonovan Bam Knight made the final roster for the New York Jets, the first and Firebird to make a pro roster since Julius Peppers, and of course only the second in history. So congratulations to Bam Knight, and we look forward to seeing great things from you on Sunday. He's going from Friday to Saturday to Sunday.
Yep.
So, yeah, I grew up a Redskins fan. Of course, being from Carolina has turned into a Panther fan, and now I'm going to have to buy some Jet swag, I guess, for Zonovan.
Going to have to change the blue and red to green.
And here come the Firebirds.
I know. Can you hear me?
Can't hear each other.
I can hear him, but he can't hear me.
All right, sorry about that, folks. A couple of technical difficulties up here trying to get the sound right. I think we're okay now.
Can you hear me now?
And it looks like for the first time this year that Charlotte Benson will be handling the kickoff duties. Of course, she has definitely proven her worth in the extra points. And she will step on the field for her first kickoff of the season as we wait to get things underway. Some discussion going on here. So it looks like back deep for the Golden Demons as Bud Woodard alongside maybe Isaiah London, trying to see numbers here.
Avant.
All right, and we're ready to go.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Mic check.
And we're off. And fair catch is called. Fike will take over 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
And sorry, folks, I know you can hear me. I don't believe you can hear Kenneth right now. We're trying to work through some technical difficulties. And Fike will start things off from the shotgun. Send one man in motion, got receivers out to either side. This will be handed off up the middle. Room to run up the middle. with Janelle Jones.
Is going to take it up to the 36-yard line, be a gain of 5, bring up second
So
down.
Janelle Jones on a 5-yard carry on first down for Fike will take it out to about the 36-yard line, bring up second down and 5 for Fike.
Mic check audio.
And this will be handed off again.
Quarterback on the
See,
keeper. He's
Luke-
going to take it up near the 39-yard line.
Luke
That'll
Faulkner
bring
in
up
on the
third down and about
tackle.
2.
And that was carried again by Janelle Jones.
And looking at some of the stats this year for Jones, he's already had 213 yards this year.
And the shotgun snap back to pass will be overthrown and incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down
That'll bring up 4th and 2.
for the Golden Demons. 4th and 2, we'll see if they try to go for it here, which it appears that they are. I think you got to look at Jones here probably for the handoff.
Yeah, I see here the shotgun. They're going to probably try to run it straight up the gut here. Trying to jump them off sides.
Yep, that's exactly what they're trying to do. Of course, you know, we've seen for the last 2 weeks a lot of offsides and encroachment penalties.
We sure have.
And
Timeout.
timeout is called by Fike.
Of the half.
So that'll be Fike's first timeout of the half with 10:50 to go up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a moment. We'd like to congratulate the JV Firebirds on their victory over Fike last night. Talik Mitchell with a big night for the Firebirds as they roll to a 62-27 win.
And you probably can hear the voice of the Firebirds in the background, Mr. Scott Colley talking about that 62-27 win that the JV team had last night over Fike. And we'll return to play at 4th down and 2 for Fike. Little change in the offensive set. Still in the shotgun, a lone back, 2 receivers out to the right. Quarterback will keep it himself. He's in the backfield. Be brought down at the line of scrimmage. There are flags on the play. So good defense by the Firebirds to stop the play, but we'll see if they had to fudge a little bit to get there. And it looks like it's going to be against Fike as the Southern Nash offense steps on the field.
And it was a false start against Fike.
Great job defense.
So a big first stand by the defense here with the Firebirds. And that'll bring Brock Alford and the Firebird offense onto the field. First handoff is to Trey Mitchell. He'll take it around the left end, room to run. Finally tripped up and taken down inside the 15-yard line.
Flag on the
down
play.
to about the 13. There is a flag back at about the 35. You're all right, Kenneth. And holding. So that'll bring that call right back.
Got him to go around a 26-yard run.
And you know, one of the things last week, they had a whole lot of penalties in the game last week, which, you know, it's still early in the season, and Southern Nash wants to go ahead and try to work it out, get all the penalties out early. So once they get into conference play, they won't have as many penalties. So that's going to back them up to the 44-yard line of Fike.
10 yards from the spot, bring up 1st and 15.
So a pretty exciting first play. I'll bring her back all the way back for 1st and 15 now for the Firebirds. This time it'll be Mitchell Jones. He'll cut back up the middle. Take it out across the 40. About at the original line of scrimmage. Will bring up 2nd down and 10 after the 5-yard carry by Jones.
And, really, Brent, with right now, Southern Nash has really got 4 running backs right now. They've got Jones with 252 yards, Mitchell with 352, Caden Rich Tucker with 152 yards for the season, and then Nick Palacios, 97 yards.
And no gain on that play by KRT. That's Caden Rich Tucker.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
So 3rd and just over 10. Hand it off again to Trey Mitchell, who'll try to turn it back inside, be taken down at about the 36. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Firebirds. And about 7 to go. Nathaniel Palacios still on the sideline, is not checked in as of yet. The Firebirds are going to go for it here. In Fike territory. 4th and 7. Looks like they're going to try to see if they can get the Golden Demons to jump. That won't happen. The ball comes loose. Brock Alford picks it up and is sacked. So a big loss there after the miscue on the handoff. And the Golden Demons will take over 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
It looked like just a little bit of miscommunication there out from the snap. I mean, he didn't even have it at the beginning.
So you can pretty much just negate that series of plays for the Firebirds after the penalty. Fike pretty much right back where they gave the ball to the Firebirds. And kind of a delayed flag there, as it looked like Fike came to the line. So the false start will back the Golden Demons up 5 yards.
So a lot of penalties so far here in the game early. We'll see how that goes on at the end of towards the end of the game.
And once again, flags come in.
Legal motion.
False start against the Demons is the call.
And another false start against Fike will back them up even further. Make it 1st and 20 now. 8:34 remaining in the first period up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard.
Yeah, so very intended cover. Quarterback threw it over to number 1, which was LA Van. Good coverage on by Southern by number 15, Thomas Copeland. Break out the pass.
So the first look at the long pass attempt.
He did have to go up a little bit to get it, and he did have a fingertip on it, so he was able to get it away.
So it brings up 2nd down and 20. Pass again. This one will be complete to Ahmad Johnson, and he'll take it out across midfield on a lot of yardage after the catch. And that will be enough to move the chains. About a 23-yard pass reception and run down to the Southern Nash 45-yard line.
And first time Fike has been in Southern Nash territory tonight.
Handed off this time to Bud Woodard. He'll start at the middle, take a nice little break to the right. Looks like he'll pick up about 5 and bring up 2nd down and 5 now for the Golden Demons. And he'll look back to pass again. Once again, good coverage by Copeland. Ball thrown high.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Well, just like the same pass play as a while ago.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 now for Fike. So senior quarterback Seontae Jones showing a little bit of arm. But so far, pretty good coverage by the Firebirds. Got him on the little screen pass earlier, but that's been the only completion thus far. Nice blitz, slipped. We'll make it back almost to the line of scrimmage. They'll see where they mark him. They're going to mark him down with a loss.
To get back near the
All the way to the 42-yard line.
Back to the
43-yard line. So that's going to bring up 4th down and about 8 now for Fike.
And we'll see if they're going to stay on, and looks like they're going to go ahead and stay on and try to get down this 4th down conversion here.
And another rollout to the left. Jones tries to connect with Ahmad Johnson. And the one-handed attempt to catch it fails. And Fike will turn it over on downs with 6:31 remaining here in the first period. So a little bit of back and forth with the turnover on downs thus far. No score as of yet. Handed off to Mitchell Jones up the middle with a nice burst. He'll take it out about 12 yards into Fike territory down to the Golden Demon 45-yard line. That'll move the chain for the Firebirds. They'll mark him down at the 46. And if Trey Mitchell gets the call again, they'll catch him in the backfield, and he'll be thrown for a loss down at the 50. They'll mark him down with forward momentum to back to the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up 2nd down and 11, so they will get him for about a yard of loss there.
Yeah, Mitchell got lucky there with a break because they could have really got him down at the 50.
And hit hard at the line of scrimmage.
Madison Jones on the carry up and
Is Madison Jones. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 now. And Big Dusty Hall will check in on offense along with Levi Rogers. And Southern Nash will earn their first time out of the half. And with the break, we'll remind everybody once again, tonight's game is brought to you by Wilson Mold and Machine, longtime supporters of Firebird football and all Firebird athletics. Once again, this is Brent Cohn and Kenneth Fly, and you're listening live to the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back. Landon Baker will take it to the house. My goodness, the technical difficulties continue. Landon Baker breaks away free down the middle. Sorry, you couldn't hear the call. It was a good one from in here. Unfortunately, no sound for the moment. We'll have that straight. And the huge pass play with the touchdown for the Firebirds. And Charlotte Benson on for the extra point attempt. And it's good. And Southern Nash, with 4:50 remaining in the first period, will take the lead 7-0 over the Golden Demons. So, once again, I apologize, folks, for the technical difficulties. But that was Landon Baker's third touchdown catch of the year. Charlotte Benson on for her second kickoff of the night. And once again, fair catch is signaled at the 33-yard line. And that's where Fike once again will take over. First and 10, trailing the Firebirds 7-0. Here with 4:50 remaining in the first period up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And this one will be kept by Jones, and he'll be hit hard at the line of scrimmage by Luke Faulkner.
Jones on the carry. Dusty Hall on the tackle.
Dusty Baker down low.
Gain of about 2, bring up second down and 8.
A gain of a couple on the play will bring up second down and 8. Jones stays in the shotgun. This one will be handed off to Bud Woodard. We'll find some room around the left end, down and around first down territory. We'll see where the spot is. Looks like it's going to be spotted down at about the 44. And if that's the case, it will move the chains. And it'll be first down for the Golden Demons.
Yeah, we were looking for a signal, but we never saw one.
Jones back to pass. He's got a man open, and they're going to say that it was trapped on the ground, incomplete.
That'll bring up second down and 10.
So that'll bring up second down and 10 now for Fike. Jones looks to pass again. He'll throw this behind the intended receiver,
That'll bring up third down and 10.
Ahmad Johnson. That's going to bring up third down and 10 now for Fike.
And Fike actually had a mismatch on this side here. They had 3 wide receivers to the right, and it was only 2 Southern Nash defenders right there.
trips to the left again. Jones looking to pass. He'll be pressured. And he'll finally be brought down, still on his feet. Manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. So Seontae Jones able to save the big tackle for loss and get it back, and a gain of about a yard on the play after all of that. But it will bring up 4th down and 9 now for Fike. And it looks like this time they're going to send in their punter, Josh Batts, as their last 2 possessions were turned over on downs. And Batts will get it away, a wobbly kick. Will take a bounce and a Fike roll for a couple of yards. And it'll be blown dead at the Southern Nash 32-yard line, and that's where the Firebirds will take over 1st and 10 with a 7-point lead. So Mitchell Jones with a handoff. He'll be tripped up, get his feet back, and another nice run by Jones to take it out about 13 yards to the Southern Nash 46-yard line. Enough again to move the chains for the Firebirds.
You got to think Southern Nash is like 1 or 2 blocks away from running a big running play.
This will be handed off up the middle, and there's Nathaniel Palacios on his first carry of the night, and it's a big one as the little big man takes it all the way down into Fike territory, 25 yards to the Fike 29-yard line. Mitchell Jones again with a handoff. He'll take it around the right end. He's down towards 1st down territory.
That'll be a gain of 9 yards and bring up 2nd down and 1.
They're going to mark him a yard shy, so a 9-yard carry there by Jones will bring up 2nd down and 1. And this time it's KRT with the carry around the right side. And a nice run by Caden Ricks Tucker as he'll take it down inside the 10-yard line down to about the 7. And that'll bring up 1st and goal now for the Firebirds. As we just passed the 2-minute mark remaining in the first period. Another pitch to Caden Ricks Tucker. He tries to turn it back in the middle, can't find any room. Tell you, that was a dangerous carry. He palmed that football and had it out.
Got to be a little bit more careful with that because one of the defenders can reach out and just grab the arm there.
And Trey Mitchell will get the carry. Flags will come in.
Encroachment against the Golden Demons.
So encroachment against Fike will move it half the distance to the goal line. Of course, that was a touchdown carry, but unfortunately flag thrown before the play. So that'll make it 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line after half the distance was marked off. Tucker goes in motion. It'll be handed off up the middle, and a touchdown is signaled.
Mitchell Jones takes the lead
And
from the
Mitchell
field.
Jones on the carry. Kind of lost him in the middle there.
I know, I couldn't see him either.
So Mitchell Jones adds to the score with 58.1 seconds remaining in the first period up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And Charlotte Benson on for her second attempt of the night. And she will split them once again, and it's 14-0. Firebirds leading the Golden Demons once again with just under a minute remaining here in the first period. We'll remind everybody once again, tonight's game brought to you by Wilson Mold and Machine, longtime supporters of Firebird football and Firebird athletics, as well as the Tar River Sports Network. I'm Brent Cohn alongside Kenneth Fly. We'll be right back. And Charlotte Benson with the squib kick this time will be fielded and down at the 38-yard line.
Maybe the 38-yard line. Golden Demons will take it at 1st and 10.
And Fike will once again take over 1st and 10. Not bad field position. But so far, the Southern Nash defense has held up very well. Had at least one good run play, that's Fike has, and a decent, one nice pass play. Most of that was yardage after the catch. And it looks like Jones will keep this one himself. He's got room to run. He'll take it down across midfield. And Ciante Jones down to the Firebird 49-yard line. That'll bring up another first down for Fike as the clock rolls past 45 seconds remaining here in the first period. And this time a handoff to L. Avent. He'll take it around the left end. It's like a gain of about 6 on the play.
He's going to take it up near the 43-yard line.
It's going to be marked down at the Southern Nash 43. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4 now as the clock will wind down, and it should bring the first period to a close.
Looks like it's going to be the end of the first quarter.
And so that'll end the first quarter here at Southern Nash with the Firebirds leading 14-0 over visiting Fike. And once again, we'd like to thank Wilson Mold and Machine, tonight's sponsor, along with our longtime sponsor of tonight's scoreboard, as well as basketball and baseball, Baker Professional Services. This is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back.
And we hope that they have a great time, and I'm sure they had a great time at the camp interacting with the Southern Nash cheerleaders.
All right, and we're back to get the second quarter started here in Stanhope. Once again, Firebirds leading 14-0 over Fike.
I can hear you.
And that run up the middle will be marked down at about the 40-yard line. Jones on the quarterback keeper. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down, bring up third down and 1.
And Southern's going to want to try to get a good stop here right now.
So a big defensive stand right now to hold Fike if they can. This will be hand up, and Jones will keep it again. He's got room to run around the end and then a whole lot more than the first down, and he'll take it all the way to the end zone on the 40-yard touchdown quarterback scamper. And so with 11-14 remaining here in the first half, Fike puts 6 on the board, and they are now on for the extra point attempt. So Josh Batts on for the PAT. And he'll split them. And it's 14-7. Once again with 11-14 remaining in the half up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. So Batts on for his first kickoff of the night for the Golden Demons. Back deep for the Firebirds is Trey Mitchell and Jaden Whitaker.
A little different than normal.
And Whitaker will field it. No, I'm sorry, that's not Jaden Whitaker. That's Nate Redmond with a nice return down to about the 47-yard line of Southern Nash.
27-yard return.
Offered with a pitch to Mitchell Jones again, who'll look around the right end. He'll cut it back, finally be brought down into Fike territory, down to the 28-yard line of the Golden Demons. And that'll move the sticks once again for the Firebirds.
Definitely looked like Fike was looking at the film on that play.
And a flag will come in. Looks like it's going to be a false start against the Firebirds. That'll back them up 5 yards. And it'll be 1st and 15. 10:40 remaining in the half. Palacios with the handoff. Able to scramble and get it back almost to the original line of scrimmage. The gain of 4 will make it 2nd down and 11 now for Southern Nash. Offer to give the pitch to KRT. KRT will cut it back at the middle. He's hit hard just beyond the line of scrimmage. Pick up a couple.
Bring up 3rd down and 9.
Bring up that 3rd down and 9 now for Southern Nash.
You know, last week against current holders, Southern really didn't have this many 3rd down and longs. I mean, they were 3rd and short for the most part.
And a reverse this time to Trey Mitchell. He'll cut it back up the middle. He's brought down. They're going to say the ball came loose. They're going to say a fumble, and Fike has recovered. And the first turnover of the game belongs to Southern Nash as Fike recovers the Trey Mitchell fumble. And the Golden Demons will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. That's actually the 2nd fumble for the first turnover.
Yes.
Jones from the shotgun, looks deep. Had a man who mistimed his jump. That was Datavius Jones.
Datavius Jones falls incomplete. Thomas Copeland on the coverage. That'll make it 2nd and 10.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 now for the Golden Demons. Overthrown just slightly, and a mistimed jump by the receiver.
Yes, several of their passes tonight. That's what it's been.
So I hand it off up the middle to Bud Woodard, who has a little room to run. He'll take it down to about the Southern Nash 39-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and a long one here for Fike as we pass the 9-minute mark remaining in the first half. Fike trails Southern Nash 14-7. So a pitch out to Datavius Jones.
Jones on the carry.
They're going to say he did get enough.
That will be a 1st down for Fike.
And it'll be a 1st down for Fike. As he carries it out to the Fike 41-yard line. So a screen pass complete out to Ahmad Johnson. He'll have some room after the catch. A flag will come in.
It's going to be Sandy holding.
He's tackled down around the 48-yard line, but it looks like that's going to come back.
Holding is the call against the Demons. That'll be 10 yards from the spot
So
of
the
the foul.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Looks like it'll result in maybe about a 6-yard penalty. Bring up 1st and 16.
So they'll replay the down. The 10 yards marked off on the spot will make it 1st and 16 now. Jones back to pass, can't get rid of it. He's sacked. Big John Tullison on the sack. All the way back to the 20, mark down to the 19-yard line of Fike.
They'll bring us second down and 27.
So that's going to bring up second and 27. 11-yard loss on the sack. So some movement at the line. It looks like no flag. A timeout was actually called by Fike.
Fike called timeout.
That probably saved a 5-yard penalty for the Firebirds, like encroachment.
Yeah.
So Fike will take their second timeout of the half with 6:51 remaining up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. Once again, this is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back. And back to live action. Jones from the shotgun once again where he's been all night. He's looking to pass again. Batted down by John Tullison, nearly intercepted. That would have been a step into the end zone if he could have held on to that. But great. That's two great defensive plays there by the junior John Tullison.
I think everybody in the press box thought it was going to be a pick six.
He knows it was his. You can see his reaction down on the field. He had that. It's going to bring up third down at 27 now for the Golden Demons. Jones back to pass again. Dusty Hall on the, almost gets him. Tullison in pursuit. And he'll catch him from behind. Another John Tullison tackle. Jones able to get a few yards out of it, not many. It's like about 3. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And about 22. We'll say he got 5 yards on that carry. And bats once again on to punt for the Golden Demons. So a big defensive set here for John Tullison. And delay of game is going to be called, so that'll just back it up 5 yards for the Golden Demons, all the way back to the 29-yard line. Excuse me, the 24-yard line. So take away the 5-yard run, and it's once again now 4th and 27. Movement again, no flag is thrown. Not a bad punt. This will be fielded by Jaden Whitaker. Got room for the return. He'll take it into Fike territory down to about the 30-yard line. And it looks like that's where they're going to mark him out. And Southern Nash will take over 1st and 10 from the Golden Demon 30-yard line.
Firebirds will take over 1st and 10.
And this carried by Mitchell Jones.
Up inside the Fike 25-yard line.
We do have a flag on the field.
Penalty flag on the play. Illegal substitution.
So an
against,
illegal
the Demons
substitution
appears to be the call.
against the Golden Demons. Apparently they had somebody that did not clear the field of play.
Yep.
When the play started.
Okay, they're going to wave the flag
Now
off.
just saying wave it off.
6-yard gain will bring up second down and
They are
4.
going to wave the flag off. Apparently there was no penalty.
Evidently.
It was overturned. However, the run will count. The 6-yard carry will now make it second down and 4. It's actually better for the Firebirds anyway.
Yeah, it is.
And this
Mitchell
one
Jones
carried
on the
up the middle
handoff.
again by Mitchell Jones.
It's going to be stopped at the
like he'll
23,
pick up
maybe gain
a
of 1, bring up
couple.
third down and 3.
Be third down and 3 now for the Firebirds as we approach the 5-minute mark remaining here in the first half. And it'll be Caden Ricks Tucker on the carry. He'll make it down to the 20, which is going to be awfully close to the first down. We'll see where the spot is. And it looks like they're going to call it first down here for the Firebirds.
Yep. First down.
So it'll be first and 10, Southern Nash from the Fike 20-yard line. Another pitch to Caden Ricks Tucker. He'll turn back into the middle. He'll take it down across the 15.
Line. That'll be a gain of 5. Bring him second down and 5.
And they're going to mark him down just inside the 15-yard line. Call it second down and 4 here on the 6-yard carry. And this is pitched to Mitchell Jones. After contact, will carry the pile back to the middle of the field across the 10-yard line. And that's going to be enough on the extra effort to move the chains yet again for the Firebirds. And it'll be first and goal from the Fike 9-yard line.
And we'll see here, will Coach Batchelor, will he bring in Dusty Hall?
9 might be a little bit too far out for Big Dust. But no, he has brought in Dusty. The big man in. Looks like he'll throw a big block for Caden Ricks Tucker.
Caden Ricks Tucker on the carry.
Tucker will take it down to the 5-yard line. Bring up second down and goal. Actually, they're going to mark him down at the 7. I guess his knee touched the ground. So only a gain of 2 on that play. I know Southern last week in a 2-point conversion attempt had a nice little play to Tullison on the pass. Looks like they'll continue with the run game. Mitchell Jones down. Looks like he'll be brought down at around the 4-yard line. Bring up third down and goal from the 4. But like I was saying, they had that quick little pass play to Tullison across the back of the end zone.
And they might try to do something here, third and down and 4 to go.
Madison Jones will get the call this time. He will not get enough to get it into the end zone. It's going to bring up 4th down now for the Firebirds from the 3. So 4th and goal from the 3. Firebirds obviously going to go for it here, although I would like to see Charlotte Benson on for a field goal attempt.
Timeout.
And timeout will be called on the field by Fike. That'll be their last timeout of the half with 1:55 remaining up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard.
I think Fike wants to have a chance to try to get some more points before halftime here. Or they're trying to ice them. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure the defensive stop here to keep them out of the end zone from padding that score up a little bit.
Yeah.
See Big Dusty Hall still in the backfield. Different set. Be handed off to Caden Ricks Tucker. He'll cut it back. And he's not going to make it into the end zone. They'll get it down to the 1, but not enough to get it into the end zone. And Southern Nash will turn it over on downs on the 1-yard line.
And is that the first time this year that Southern's been in the red zone and has failed to score?
I believe it is. Of course, our defense has put up 3 touchdowns so far this year. Luke Faulkner owns 2 of those. And the quarterback keeper by Jones just to get a little breathing room.
Going to gain a couple, bring up second
Looks like
down.
he'll get a couple out to about the 3-yard line.
And Southern still got 2 of their timeouts. Fike has no timeouts.
Jones back to pass. He'll look deep. And it's overthrown.
Jones pass intended for Jones.
And that'll be incomplete. Bring up 3rd down and 8 now for Fike. Copeland on the coverage. There was some contact there, but I believe the official's going to say it was uncatchable.
Yeah.
Because it was overthrown.
Yep.
And this will be handed off in the middle. Hit hard at the line of scrimmage.
Fike hand up the middle. He's going to be stopped.
And that was carried by Bud Woodard.
Second charge timeout of the half. That'll bring up 4th down for the Golden Demons.
That's going to bring up 4th down with no gain at 4th down and 8. And Southern Nash will now burn a timeout.
And they'll have one left to work with here for 1:09 left here in the second quarter.
So we have a score update. Northern Nash leads Corinth Holders 41-0. Of course, after the game last Friday night, Corinth Holders missing their starting quarterback and starting running back with injuries. And they'll try to punt to get it out. Not a very good punt. It'll take a Fike roll and finally be down at the Fike 31-yard line.
Firebirds will take a 1st and 10.
So Jones was actually the punter on that play. I think he took a look to see if anybody he was possibly get open.
He was trying to do a fake punt.
So just under a minute left in the half. And Alford's going to look to pass. He's got Baker open across the middle. One man to stop him, and that's not going to work. Landon Baker on his second touchdown catch of the night. A 31-yard reception on the first play from scrimmage to the senior Landon Baker, and the Firebirds pull ahead 20-7. Not really sure what happened to the defender there. Guess he looked up and saw 6'4", 230 coming and decided.
He said, I'm not going to hit.
I don't know if I want to hit that. So Charlotte Benson again on, Jake Cooper to hold. And she'll stay perfect on the night, 3 for 3, as Southern Nash takes the lead, 21-7, with 50.4 seconds remaining in the half, up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. So one thing I've noticed, Alford on those last two passes to Baker, both touchdown passes, dropped straight back.
Yep.
That was pocket passing versus the rollout.
Mm-hmm.
So nice to see that.
Yes.
Not having used the play action. And a nice kick by Benson down to the 33-yard line to be fielded. A return is attempted, brought down by Caden Ricks Tucker on the coverage. And Fike takes over 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. That actually, on kickoffs, that's their worst starting position so far tonight.
Sure is.
Really, other than the Southern turning over on downs back on the 1. Fike has not had bad field position to work with.
No, they haven't.
Jones stands alone in the backfield from the shotgun. 4 receivers to the right. He's going to keep it himself. And what turns into a big gain for the Fike, one of their largest of the night. About a 17-yard carry. We'll take it down to the Fike 48-yard line. Jones looks to pass. Nobody's open, good coverage. He'll tuck and run. He'll take it to the sideline. That'll stop the clock as he steps out of bounds at the Southern Nash 45-yard line with 26.3 seconds remaining in the half. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 2 now for Fike. Trailing 14. Like you said, Kenneth, I believe they would love to stick some points on the board before halftime.
Yeah, and right now they got the best thing to do, go out of corners, get out of bounds here.
Jones will roll to his right, looking again to pass. It's going to be completed on a hard hit, nearly helmet to helmet.
It's going to be 1st down, and they're going to stop the clock.
Move the chains. It will stop the clock to move them. And Jones will intentionally down it with 18.3 seconds remaining. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Incomplete pass by Fike. 2nd down, 10.
So Fike will have 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield. Jones back to pass. He'll loft it high. And is They're going to say it was batted down, nearly intercepted. Jaden Whitaker almost comes down with the interception.
I thought he
nice
had it.
Defensive play with 10.2 seconds remaining. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 now for Fike.
If I'm Southern Nash, I'm bringing all my defensive people back to about the 10-yard line.
So 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Obviously going to look for some type of Hail Mary here. Jones will keep it himself up the middle. He's going to be brought down shy of the 1st down. And the clock will run out, and that'll bring us to halftime with Southern Nash leading Fike 21-7 behind 2 touchdown passes from Brock Alford to Landon Baker to give the Firebird the first half lead. Once again, tonight's game brought to you by Wilson Molding Machine, and a special treat as the band comes out to perform at halftime. That performance will be brought to you by Roman Murray Auto Sales. Roman Murray Auto Sales located in Kenly, North Carolina. Stop by and see Roman for a great deal on a used car. He'll take care of you, trust me. Plus, he's our family. So he'll take care of you. Anyway, we'll take a quick break. Once again, this is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be back for the second half in just a few.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Southern Nash High School Marching Firebirds. Marching Firebirds are under the direction of Mr. Matthew Ray. Their other instructors are Matthew Bissett for visual, Lauren Howard for music, Jackson Valentine for percussion, and Emily Kelly for color guard. The student leaders are Zanella Ricks, drum major, Jasmine Martin, hornline captain, Tori Roya, flute section leader, Stefan Bolsky, clarinet section leader, Alvaro Augustin Pasco, saxophone section leader, Samantha McGuire and Julie Pierce, percussion captains, and Natalie Messer, guard captain. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of their 2022 show entitled Where the Heart Is. Presenting their 2022 show, please welcome drum majors and Alowicks and the Southern Nash High School Marching Firebirds. Let's hear for your Southern Nash Marching Firebirds. Marching Firebirds are pleased to announce their sponsors for the 2022 season: 5 County Heating and Air, Cornerstone, Home Lending, Edwards Inc., Girls Round Here, Walters Team Real Estate, PZ Cornhole Boards, Pierce Brothers, Rudy's Truck and Trailer, and Temperature Control Solutions.
Much better.
And welcome back as we begin to start the second half here in Stanhope. Southern Nash with a 21-7 halftime lead. Deferred after winning the coin toss, so they will actually get the ball first here in the second half. Of course, kind of a recap of the first half. Landon Baker with 2 touchdown catches from Brock Alford. And as the Firebirds step out onto the field to receive with Mitchell Jones and Trey Mitchell back deep to receive, we'd like to wish Connie O'Neill a happy birthday. Connie O'Neill, the wife of our sideline cameraman Rodney O'Neill. So I want to say happy birthday, Connie, as we get things underway here. And that's going to go out of bounds. The flags will come out. And that will give the Firebirds the ball, I believe, on the 35-yard line.
Yes, 35.
And that's where they'll take over 1st and 10 here.
Firebirds will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And they'll start things off with a handoff to Mitchell Jones. He'll be hooked as he comes across the line of scrimmage down to about the 37-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 8 now for the Firebirds. The ball comes loose. Fike signals that they have it. And that indeed is the case on the 2nd turnover of the night from the Firebirds. So once again, the missed ability to take care of the football cost the Firebirds their 2nd turnover of the night. We'll see if Fike can capitalize. Initial hit there by T.J. Whitaker in the backfield will give Malachi Dobbins the ability to come in and get the tackle for loss. A loss of 5 on the play, bringing up 2nd down and 15 now for Fike. Jones all alone from the shotgun, look to pass. He'll bring it back in. He'll try to run it himself as he opts not to throw the screen pass. He'll get it close to the original line of scrimmage, about a yard shy of that, actually 2 yards shy of that. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12 now for Fike. And Jones will once again look to pass, a little screen pass over to Bud Woodard. Is going to get him nowhere. Once again, initial contact with T.J. Whitaker will turn into another tackle for loss. So T.J. Whitaker, the standout on this defensive stand, one of tonight's captains. And that's going to bring up 4th down and about 14 now for the Golden Demons, who will opt to go for it here as they are in Southern Nash territory. Low snap. Jones looking to pass. He'll throw it long. It's tipped. And the tip allows the receiver to make the catch. We'll look at the spot. It is right there near first down. As the Southern Nash defense starts onto the field. And they're going to say it is not enough. So almost a lucky break there for the Golden Demons, as right place at the right time, as it was nearly intercepted. Ball was tipped. The Fike receiver able to get back and make the catch falling, but having to come back cost him to be shy of the first down marker. And Southern Nash takes over on downs. And this handed off to Nathaniel Palacios, who pops out of the pack and is able to get it to about the Fike 34-yard line. So a gain of 8 yards on the carry. We'll bring up second down and 2 now for the Firebirds.
And while we got a quick second here, halftime score, Rocky Mount up 14-7 against Edenton Holmes.
And Mitchell Jones this time on the carry will take it out across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down, and it'll move the chains one more time for the Firebirds. And we'll check on a Northern Nash score here in just a moment.
At the half, 47-0 Northern.
Looked like a busted play as Alford Turn had kept it himself. He'll take it down to the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 44. That'll bring up second down and 7 for the Firebirds. It's like it was supposed to be a pitch. So that is correct, as the third period has started over in Red Oak. So Mitchell Jones never touched the ground, was tackled, but the defender was underneath him and he rolled over across him. He was never down. He came back up and is able to get a few extra yards down to the 49-yard line. And that's going to bring up third down, and we'll call it 2. Alford will keep this. Forward momentum will get him awfully close. We'll have to look for the spot here. I don't think it's going to quite be enough. Yes, they're going to say it is. And they're going to give Southern Nash the first down. So have you noticed over the past few years, there's not been a lot of measurements?
I know what one official told me when I was doing a rec game, but I'm going to leave that off there.
So a different offensive set here, as Trey Mitchell will take it from the I. Room to run down into Fike territory. Will take it down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play will make it second down and 1 now for the Firebirds. And this time Palacios at the fullback position will take the handoff. He'll punch it down just across the 40. It's going to be awfully close again to first down yardage. We'll wait for the signal here. With the spot, they're going to say he did not make it, so it'll be inches short. So third down coming up here for the Firebirds. And Caden Ricks Tucker with the handoff will take it down across the 35. And definitely enough yardage for the first down to move the chains once again for Southern Nash down to the Fike 34-yard line. And this time it'll be handed off to Nate Redmond, who will cut back across the middle. A nice carry there by the junior. And out to the, across the 20 to the 17-yard line.
And on to the seat for this season so far, he's had -1 rushing yards coming into tonight. That just got changed.
He had a nice kick return earlier, too. And Redmond gets the call again. He'll take it into the end zone. I believe I saw a huge lead block there by the big man, Dusty Hall.
Yes, you did.
And Redmond takes it in with 4:37 remaining in the third period up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. Cooper with the hold, and Benson's kick will be good. She is now 4 for 4 on the night. And with that, the Firebirds pull ahead 28-7 over the Golden Demons. And once again, tonight's game brought to you by Wilson Mold and Machine. And we'll be right back. So other than a couple of penalties, pretty clean play tonight by the Firebirds. Not a couple of fumbles, a couple of turnovers.
Yeah.
Not a lot of penalties. And this will be fielded and returned. The stiff arm face mask from Datavius Jones. That flag should be against Fike as he grabbed Thomas Copeland by the face mask on the return.
Yeah, we definitely called it up here, too. We saw it.
They called it against. They called it against the Firebirds. Okay.
And I'd be doing the same thing Coach Batchelor is doing right now.
So it looked like a face mask on Fike from the stiff arm. They're going to say it was against Southern Nash. Not sure if the replay picked that up. But that penalty will move Fike to now their best starting position of the night from the Southern Nash 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Room to run as Kamani Barnes breaks away, and he'll take it into the end zone on the first play from scrimmage. So not a lot of time goes off the clock before Fike responds to the Nate Redmond touchdown run. Bats on for the PAT. A bad snap. They'll go to throw it. It'll fall incomplete. Had a man open. And so the conversion is no good. And with 4:21 remaining in the third period, the Firebird lead remains 28-13 over the Golden Demons. And once again, we cannot mention enough how grateful we are to Wilson Mold and Machine, who's tonight's sponsor, a longtime sponsor of Firebird Athletics and the Tar River Sports Network. We genuinely want to thank them. They're caring concern for a lot of these for these kids here that are playing. Once again, a lot of opportunities that have presented themselves from the exposure. If you too would like to sponsor one of the games, there are a few sponsorship opportunities available. You can contact the Tar River Sports Network via their Facebook page, Tar River Sports or Tar River Media, and get things set up if you would like to sponsor one of the games, you personally or your business. An onside kick now will be fielded. John Tollefson will down it at about the 49-yard line. So not bad starting position here for the Firebirds. Good coverage on the high onside kick. And Trey Mitchell with the handoff. He'll look around the left end. He'll cut back into traffic. He'll be stopped in Fike territory down to about the Golden Demon 47-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play will bring up 2nd down and 6. A holding penalty will bring that back. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And that'll make it 1st and 20. This pitched over to Mitchell Jones. Will look to find some room back across the middle. Can't find anything. Down to the 45-yard line. Will make up about 6 of the loss from the penalty. And Mitchell Jones stays down. There will be an official timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we have a moment, as many of you saw this week on social media, various news outlets, we'd like to congratulate Southern National.
And it looks like that's going to be cramps.
For making the New York Jets 53-man roster. Congratulations, man. You know you're going to do great.
So now is when we need Arthur Perry here with the Bananas.
Yep.
Long-time trainer for the Firebirds. You'd see him with the Bananas hanging in his back pocket. He'd tell them. He was actually one of my teachers when I attended high school here. Gotta love him. So back to live play here to bring 2nd down and 13 now for Southern Nash. And back to pass. Nate Redmond wide open. And Nate Redmond will take it into the end zone. Touchdown on Brock Alford's 3rd touchdown pass of the night. With 3:30 remaining in the 3rd period.
And it's the same thing you said about him in the pocket. Step back, straight back.
So it seems possibly that Brock Alford has found a new comfort zone back there. And Benson will split it again. A perfect 5 for 5 on the night as Southern Nash once again moves ahead. Now 35-13 over the Golden Demons. So quite a show tonight by senior quarterback Brock Alford.
So, end of the third quarter, we've got a quick score update. Northern Nash 61, current holders 0. And just to point out, it's 8:40. Last week this time we were still in the first half of current holders versus Southern Nash.
Yes.
And here we are in the third quarter with 3:30 left to go.
Yeah, it felt like Groundhog Day last Friday night. It's like we keep waking it up and it would start over. And it was never going to end. It just kept going and kept going. And a nice kick by Benson again down to the 28-yard line. Fielded a return coming. Finally brought down by Tyler Maynor. So the Golden Demons now 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line, trailing 35-13 with 3:22 remaining in the third period up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And this time, John Tolleson with another big play as Kamani Barnes on the carry is thrown for a loss. I got to tell you, John Tolleson is extremely quick.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's a big guy, but he is very fast. In fact, Tolleson is listed at 6'2", 230. I believe that may be conservative.
Yeah.
Oh, Dusty Hall almost with a sack. He slips a tackle. Jones will slip away. Manages to get the busted play back to the line of scrimmage before he's brought down by Logan Saunders. The big man, Dusty Hall, nearly with his first sack of the night. Now, to be a big guy, Dusty Hall is extremely fast.
Yeah, he is.
I know that's one thing he's been working really hard on. And stopped hard at the line of scrimmage again.
And Dusty, he's a junior or a senior?
Dusty is a senior.
Senior.
So that's going to bring up 4th down now for Fike. And Bats will be on to punt as it is 4th and 8, and they are on their own 35-yard line. Don't want to risk the 4th down attempt here. Although they are trailing 35-13. Timeout on the field will be called by Fike. They're first of the second half. So I'm sure there is possibly some discussion around a possible fake punt.
I mean, you're down 22 points. I mean, that would be a good opportunity to do it right here. I mean, you've got it because, I mean, you've already seen it earlier. They were trying to do a fake punt in the end zone.
The infamous, got to make something happen. Make something happen.
Yep. And Brock Alford on his, I just heard from Doug Pace, the statistician for Southern Nash, 3 for 3, 132 yards.
I knew he was 3 for 3. That's great. I didn't know the yardage. But definitely a career night offered. The punt will be away. And it will be fielded by Jaden Whitaker, who'll get a return out of it. He's still on his feet. The spin move gets about 5 extra yards on the end of the play into Fike territory. And they're going to say he's out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
And he might want to check some fields for some shoes left.
Yeah, great balance, but yeah, he might be a couple of broken ankles out there.
Yeah.
So Southern Nash once again with starting position in Fike territory after the great return by Whitaker. And Caden Ricks Tucker will slip back into the middle, finally be brought down at about the 35-yard line. They're going to say 36. So a gain of 7 is going to make it 2nd down and 3 now for the Firebirds as we less than a minute to go in the first half. So have a girls varsity tennis as the Firebirds defeat Bunn 8-1. As Caden Ricks Tucker again on the carry, all the way down to the 21-yard line. It's enough to move the chains yet again.
Got multiple flags on the field.
Looks like an illegal substitution penalty against the Demons. That's what it is.
So an illegal substitution penalty against Fike will tack 5 yards onto the play and make it 1st down and 5 now for Southern Nash. And another pitch to Caden Ricks Tucker as he'll take it around the right end, slip into some Fike arms down to about the 10-yard line. And that should be enough for a 1st down.
That's going to be another Southern Nash. 1st down.
And that will also bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter with Southern Nash holding on to the lead 35-13 over Fike. Once again, tonight's game brought to you by Wilson Molding Machine. This is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back for the 4th quarter in just a moment. And back to live play as we start the 4th quarter. Caden Ricks Tucker again on the call. He'll take it around the right side. Looks like he'll pick up a couple. The ball comes out again, and the 3rd fumble recovery of the night for Fike. And another red zone issue for the Firebirds. 11:51, first play of the 4th quarter as Southern Nash turns it over. And Fike will take over 1st and 10 from their own, it's like the 5-yard line. And the first carry up the middle is Barnes. A gain of maybe a yard on the play. Call it 2nd down and 9. As noticeable on the sidelines, Traylon Mitchell is out of his pads. Not sure what's going on there. It looks like he may be through for the evening. Jones looks to pass, and nice coverage by Jaden Whitaker as he bats down that pass. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 now for the Golden Demons.
That's about the 4th batted down pass he's had tonight.
Been nice coverage by the Southern Nash secondary. And it looks like timeout will be called on the field. And by Fike, that'll be their 2nd timeout of the half.
No worries.
Of course, Southern Nash still has all of their timeouts remaining, as the Golden Demons still trail 35-13 to the Firebirds. This is the Firebird Friday Night Lights on the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back. So a 3rd down and 9 situation here for the Golden Demons. Backed up to their own end zone. Jones again looks to pass. He'll have nobody's open. He'll keep it for himself. Room to run. He does have 1st down yardage out to the 25-yard line. So the 1st down run by quarterback Ciante Jones gives the Golden Demons a little breathing room with just under 11 minutes remaining here in the game. Low snap. The handoff once again slips out of the hands of Dusty Hall.
Nice effort to take it out near the 30. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that is Bud Woodard, who stays down. An official timeout for the injury. And once again, it looks like cramps.
And we do have a final score update from Northern Nash, 61-0 final.
Which they were probably in, I guess they were in running clock the entire 2nd half.
Yeah, they were.
So really, I think the big story tonight for the Firebirds, obviously Brock Alford having a career night in passing, but the fumbles are something that have got to be fixed. If you can't protect the football, you know, not to say Fike's not a great team, but, you know, they're not the caliber of a Northern Nash.
Right.
And you got to be able to protect that football, especially once you get into conference play.
No doubt.
So a quarterback keeper, and Jones will be sacked. Looking to see who's in on that. I see Landon Baker getting up, along with Jaden Whitaker, T.J. Whitaker, all from the bottom. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 12 now for Fike. Another big rush is on. Jones will slip away. He's got room to run again, enough for a 1st down. He'll run out of bounds. So Jones is finding a way to scramble out of the rush from the Firebirds. Good coverage on the receivers also. Kind of putting him in that situation, but able to manage to get enough yardage to move the chains for Fike, as it's now 1st and 10 for Fike from their own 39-yard line. A pitch, this time out to Josiah Artis. And he'll take it out to about the 47-yard line of Fike on an 8-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. And it looks like there's going to be a false start called against the Golden Demons. And that'll back them up and bring up 2nd down and 7 now with 9:14 remaining in the game. And trailing by 22, it is not the time for mistakes like that.
No, it's not.
I mean, they're managing to move the ball fairly decently on this drive. And they started out on the 3 after the Firebird fumble. Jones again looks to pass. This time it's going to be caught. Brought down by Jaden Whitaker, but not before a 12-yard pass completion moves the chains for Fike. Who are now in Southern Nash territory, 1st and 10 from the Firebird 47-yard line. And Jones again looks to pass. He's complete again. And this time, L. Avent slips away from a couple of tackles and will take it down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line of Southern Nash. And it looks like more cramps on the field, as there's another official timeout. And that's Chris Harris, who's slow to get up. He'll make his way to the sideline. So 1st and 10 for the Golden Demons. 8:17 remaining in the game up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And Jones, again, this time he'll be sacked. John Tolleson again on the big rush. And give credit to Trey Ormond on the assist.
He definitely broke out that on the quarterback option there.
So John Tolleson having a heck of a night on the defensive side of the football. Jones back to pass again. Slips away from a near sack. Will throw it incomplete. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 15.
Sutherland's kind of lucky that not to get a roughing the passer on that one.
As time is running out here for Fike, down to under 7.5 minutes remaining in the game. Jones looking to pass again. Ormond in pursuit. He'll slip the tackle. Hit by Logan Saunders and Luke Faulkner. He'll get a little bit, actually a gain of about 10 on the play. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 5. So as we pass the 7-minute mark, it's obvious that Fike will be forced to go for it here on 4th down, trailing by 22, 35-13. This late in the game, pretty much no other option.
Yeah, you got to go for it here.
So flags are thrown. It's like it's going to be false start over on, it's like Datavius Jones, one of the receivers, did not come set. So that'll back him up 5 yards and make it 4th down and 10. So not really what the Golden Demons needed right there. They were going to have any type of a chance to fight their way back into this thing. So obviously looking for a pass play, but you got to watch Jones on those quick legs on the scramble. He'll get rid of it, and he throws it out of bounds, uncatchable. And Fike will turn the ball over on downs. Great pressure again by the Southern Nash defense to force Jones to have to get rid of it. So I guess the biggest thing to work on here now is protect the football. And looks like flags are going to be thrown. Another illegal substitution, it looks like, against Fike. That'll move the Firebirds ahead 5 yards and make it 1st and 5 now. And this will be handed off, I believe that was Nate Redmond again on the carry. He'll be hit hard and brought down at the 30. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 2. And it looks like Redmond having cramps as well.
You know, it's still early in the season, so I know that's where the cramps are, and it's still warm out here, but as we go further, it shouldn't be as bad.
Well, between that, short week, you know, you lose that extra day of rest too. Not sure where they are hydration-wise. But under 6 to go here in the game. Caden Ricks Tucker. And nice run by Caden Ricks Tucker. Enough for the 1st down and down to about the 42-yard line. Another first down for the Firebirds with 5:48 remaining in the game. So KRT again on the carry. He'll take it around the right side. And it looks like he's going to have enough yardage again on the 11-yard carry for another first down. And this one will go up the middle. I believe that is Nathaniel Palacios on the carry. And it looks like a 10-yard run is going to be another first down for the Firebirds, as the ground and pound offense of Southern Nash continues to move the football. And the ball's out again. Caden Ricks Tucker falls on it and is recovered. It's going to bring up second down and about 12 now on the missed pitch. Another run of the middle for Palacios. They'll pick up a couple on the play. Just beyond the original line, or to the line of, original line of scrimmage. Bring up third down at 10 now for Southern Nash. And Caden Ricks Tucker again on the carry. Nice spin move, but he'll run into a Fike wall. And that's going to bring up fourth down now for the Firebirds. A flag is thrown.
Might be unsportsmanlike conduct against Fike, I believe it's
at the feet of the Fike coach. And that is going to be against Fike. That looks like a sideline warning. And it'll be 4th and 4 now for the Firebirds, who are going to go for it here as we approach the 2-minute mark in regulation. Firebirds lead 35-13. And Thomas Copeland on the run, back up the middle. He's going to make it all the way to the end zone. Thomas Copeland. On the 30-yard touchdown run. Copeland, who has had an outstanding game defensively tonight in pass coverage, has come in due to a lot of injuries to the Firebird backfield with cramps. We'll say injuries, we'll say cramps. And capitalizes and gets the big score as the Firebirds pull ahead 41-13. With Benson on for the extra point attempt. The high snap, and Jake Cooper can't get it down, and that's going to be no good, and the score will remain Firebirds 41, Golden Demons 13, with 1:54 remaining. It looks like it's another one going into the books for the Firebirds, as Thomas Copeland puts the exclamation point on the victory for Southern Nash.
And next week it's another non-conference game for Southern Nash. Take the long ride up to South Granville next week.
South Granville. Out to the pasture. So, yes, once again, it'll be next Friday night, back live on the Tar River Sports Network. Southern Nash at South Granville on the final non-conference game of the season. So that'll be the last game before we start conference play. The following week, once again, it's a 7 o'clock kickoff next week at South Granville. That's when we'll go live on the air, so please join us in. In the meantime, we want to thank tonight's sponsor, Wilson Mold & Machine. Once again, long-time sponsors of Firebird Athletics. And specifically the Southern Nash Fike football game, as they have actually sponsored this game since the inception of Firebird Friday nights back in 2018, when that young man by the name of Zonovan Knight was running the football. So Fike takes over 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Jones will look to pass again. Got a man open. This one's complete to Datavius Jones. He'll take it into Southern Nash territory, down to the Firebird 43-yard line. And this is Josiah Artis on the carry. He'll find some room around the right side, finally be pushed out of bounds by Jaden Whitaker. All the way down to the Southern Nash 25-yard line. That'll be another first down for Fike. Jones will keep this on a quick pitch over to Artis. And he'll be hit hard. By Malachi Dobbins. Be another first down for Fike from the Southern Nash 19-yard line. Low snap gets away from Jones. He'll pick it up. Pitch gets away also. The ball is still loose. It looks like Southern Nash will have their first fumble recovery of the night, recovered by Jaquez Andrews. And the Firebirds will take over 1st and 10 with 47.3 seconds remaining. And looks like Brock Alford will head out for victory formation. And with that, once again, we'd like to thank, once again, Wilson Mold & Machine for sponsoring tonight's game, along with Baker Professional Services, the scoreboard sponsor for the entire season. And thank all of our crew here tonight. and remind everybody to join us next Friday night as the Firebirds travel to South Granville for the last non-conference matchup of the season. Of course, just to call out our crew, Rodney O'Neill and Malcolm in the middle, and Malcolm down on the sideline cameras. Robin Reynolds upstairs. Malcolm Robertson, thank you. And Robin Reynolds upstairs. Of course, the producer of the whole thing, Mark Cohn. And then, of course, alongside me with the stats, Kenneth Fly. And I'm Brent Cohn, signing things off here at Southern Nash Stadium as the Firebirds move on to a 3-0 record on the season with a 41-13 victory over the Golden Demons of Fike. Once again, this is the Tar River Sports Network, and we'll see you next week. We're out.